Hi everyone, this is Cat Coloring. Welcome to my channel. Today I am having my first art haul. I have bought a lot of things and also gotten for my birthday a lot of different things that I wanted to show you. Both coloring books and coloring supplies and other things I can use. So it's very exciting, and there's also a little happy mail, but we will get back to the happy mail in the end of the video. First, let's get going with the art haul. Okay, so I will start with the coloring book and then I will take the coloring supplies. So I have a whole stack here of coloring books that I want to show you that I have bought. And actually, these coloring books here, the first ones, I bought from imusic.com. And iMusic is a Danish store, but they ship worldwide. And I know that a lot of people bought the Swedish editions of Stjernfall, Shooting Star by Maria Trolle, and Tales from Atlantis by Hanna Karlsson at iMusic. And remember that the English edition of Stjernfall, Shooting Star is published in English, or is coming in the English version here in July 16th actually. Okay, so this first book you can see by the front page is a book about the rainforest. It's about the Amazon jungle in Brazil. And there are 70 illustrations here. And it says 70 illustrationer til farvelægning, Amazonas hemmeligheder, The Secrets of the Amazon, 70 illustrations to color. And it's also labeled as a de-stress coloring book here. And you can see here that we have, it's not a very good binding, but it was also quite cheap, and I thought, why not? You can see here that we have a lot of different drawings here. Unfortunately, I can feel that the paper is a bit thin here and it's double-sided, so I will not be able to use watercolors or pens or markers in this book, but it's ideal for coloring pencils. And you can see that we have some wallpaper illustrations here, and then we have of birds or snakes or leaves or flowers in this book. So a lot of repetitive patterns, so it is actually quite a good book here for de-stressing, if you can say that. So I will link to this in the description box below, and then you can see if it's something that you're interested in. And I am not an affiliate or anything. I won't make any money if you go on the links and research it, but perhaps you would like to know how to buy these books. Okay. The next book is also a Danish coloring book. It's called Malebog tæt på haven, coloring book close to the garden. And it's actually a book about garden. You can see here it's also not binded. It's actually already separated with the binding, but I can repair this. You can see that in this coloring book it was also on sale. That's why I bought it. But you can see here that the background is already filled out with printing, and then we have these actually quite beautiful drawings with flowers and birds and basket of flowers and insects from the garden that you can color. So I thought, why not? I like books like this. I love to color plants and animals and birds. So I thought that this would be a great opportunity to get a coloring book just with drawings like this. So I will also link this down in the description box. Then I bought this book, and this book is by Christine Karen. And a lot of people might know her for a lot of coloring books she has made about fairies and elves and wildflower folks and so on. And she always makes these books in a normal line coloring book and then a grayscale edition. And I have seen a lot of colorings of her grayscale drawings, and they are absolutely stunning. But this one, Mermaids coloring book, is actually only in line art. It's not in a grayscale at all. So it's single-sided here. You can see here. I think that I will make a little flip through of this coloring book on my channel, just a couple of minutes, and then you're through. There are not many drawings in this one, but it is single-sided, so there is actually a possibility to use different mediums in this one. Although the paper is it's actually not as thin and as in the Amazonas book. So I think that I will have some more opportunities with this coloring book. But I like Mermaids, I really do. I actually asked Johanna Basford in a live stream, I think it was about a year ago, before she came up with Small Victories, if it perhaps was possible that she could make a coloring book only with colorings of or drawings of mermaids. But she didn't buy that into that thought. But then we got Small Victories. And now the new book is coming in the fall. So this is also a book I bought on iMusic, like the Mermaids book was also bought on iMusic. And this is by the American illustrator Ellie Mark's Victoriana. And it's actually a book she made some years ago, but I only just bought it. It was also on sale. And I thought that I would like this book. You can buy a lot of Ellie Mark's coloring books now on Etsy, and I have bought some of them. Amongst others, the little coloring book of owls she published here in the fall. And I bought it, and I got a PDF, and I have printed the drawings myself. And that's actually a very good thing, because then you can print it on not just a normal paper, but you can buy a thicker paper or use cardboard and then print the drawings out, and then you can use whatever mediums you like. With cardboard, you can use watercolors and all sorts of different medias without worrying about bleeding through and wrinkling of the paper and so on. So I like that. But I do also like books. And this Victoriana book is also single-sided, which means, and the paper is not thin, it's actually a bit thick here, so it's also possible to use a lot of different media here in this book. And it's on purpose as a challenge to myself that I bought this, because it's filled with drawings of people, horses, houses, and so on. And it's not something that I color a lot, but I thought that perhaps I would like to enhance my coloring skills by coloring drawings like this. So Victoriana. Then I have the last book I needed by Hannah Carlson, Jewelry Box. For Christmas I got about, I think it was 7 of her books for Christmas by my family. And then I discovered that I actually didn't have Jewelry Box. And then I bought it. And this was also from imusic.com. And this book, well, some of you perhaps know this book, is filled with a lot of her drawings and her style. And if you love Hannah Carlson, you will also love this book. I haven't quite looked in it, but I can't wait to get better acquainted and begin coloring in this book. So now I actually have all of Hannah Carlson's books. And then these books here are for Johanna Basford books. And it's not that I don't have them, because I do in the Danish editions. But as you may recall in one of my other videos, I had noticed that some of the pages in these English editions, they are not in the Danish editions. For example, in Magical Jungle, you can see here I have Enchanted Forest, Worlds of Wonder, Lost Ocean, and Magical Jungle. And this book, Magical Jungle, in the Danish edition, this drawing of the 2 flamingos, it's not there. It's simply not there. There's also another drawing, I think it's this one of this toucan. It's not there. So I decided that I wanted to buy the English editions of all of Johanna Basford coloring books. I actually have several of the other coloring books she has made in the English editions. How to Draw Inky Wonderlands, I bought it in the English edition and never bought the Danish one. And I also bought 30 Days of Creativity and Rooms of Wonder and Worlds of Flowers in the English editions, and I don't have the Danish editions of these books. You can also see a difference here. We know these books, we love them, that the paper here in the English editions are quite different from the paper in the Danish editions. The paper in the Danish editions is white. I mean, really white. And here it has sort of a more grayish tone. A bit darker tone here. So I can't wait to color in these books. I can see it's the case in all of these books. The paper has a different color than the Danish book. So I can't wait to color in these books. And with regards to Lost Ocean and Enchanted Forest, I have finished these, but with pens, felt tip pens. And this one is up as a completed pages video on my channel. And I will also link this so you can watch that if you want to. But I wanted to do it again with coloring pencils because I finished this one, I think it was about 4 years ago. So I want to do this one again. The only book I don't have in the English edition is actually Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, now that I remember. I only have that in the Danish edition, but all of her other books now are in the English edition, and Small Victories was also just bought in the English edition. So I have saved the best for last. A couple of weeks ago on Facebook, I saw that another one had posted a lot of new coloring books. And amongst these coloring books was this one, Dragons and Dragon Eggs, a fantasy coloring book. And I fell in love with this front page immediately. I mean, really, it's so, so beautiful. And then I asked her where she had bought it. And she wrote to me and said that she had bought it on Amazon. It wasn't expensive. I think it was about $7 or $8. So I don't think that it was expensive compared to other coloring books that are certainly more expensive. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I really need to have this one. It's very rare that I see a coloring book that I must have. Well, perhaps except for Johanna Basford and Maria Trolle and Hanna Karlsson and Clara Markova. But besides them, I just thought that I had to have this one. I love dragons. And I think that this is absolutely beautiful. And then I got a bit of a cold feet because I hear so many bad things about buying coloring books on Amazon because a lot of them are AI generated. They are not made by human artists. And there are so many failures and faults in the pictures, and they are not all right, and people regret having bought these coloring books. So I went in and researched this book, and I found out that it is actually made by a human, a Kelly Moon, not a computer, but a Kelly Moon. And she had also made this coloring book, Grove of Enchantment. I think this was her first one, and this, The Dragons, is the second one. And it was published, I think it was in December last year or January this year. And they're both fantasy coloring books. And I will make a flip through of these two coloring books soon on my channel. But so far I can say that the pages are single-sided, which means, and the paper, it's not as thick as in other coloring books, but I think that it is possible to use different media in this one. And certainly you can see we have a drawing here, and then we have blank pages. So you can put some paper in to protect, and then you can color these one. And this was, I don't know if it was a surprise to me, but it's what you call grayscale. Not the gray dark one, because I think this is a sort of a light version, but I have never had coloring books as grayscales before, so I also think that this one, like Victoriana, with all the people and houses and horses and so on, this is also a challenge for me because I have never colored in grayscale before, so I am actually quite excited about the prospect of beginning to color grayscale. I'm also a bit skeptical because actually I'm a bit old-fashioned and I like the way that I decide where the light and the shades are. It's difficult, but you learn a lot when you work with these things yourself. So I have always thought that too much grayscale was a bit of a cheat, but these drawings are absolutely beautiful. They are so beautiful, and I can't wait to show you these books in a flip through, and I can't wait to begin coloring in this one, I must say. And perhaps I think that I will even make some color alongs in these books also. So that was all of my new coloring books. Dragons and Dragon's Eggs, Grove of Enchantment, and a lot of other coloring books. So let's look at the coloring supplies I have acquired. Okay, so the first supply here I want to show you are these Derwent Metallic Pencils gift set. And this is not the normal set, this is the limited edition 20th anniversary set. So I have 20 pencils in this set and not the usual, I think it was 12 pencils or 15 in the old set. So I have the Derwent ink tins, and I have a video about the Derwent ink tins on my channel. And I will try to link it up in the upper right hand corner. And I love my Derwent ink tins, and I am so happy that I have gotten these Derwent metallic pencils. I can't wait to use them. You can see here they are just so beautiful here. But I will make a review of these shortly, and I will also make a colored pencil comparison between these pencils and the Castle Art 48 metallic pencils that I also have. I made a review of those a couple of months ago. I will also link it to it in the upper right hand corner. So I'm very excited. I know that Derwent is such a fantastic brand, and I would also like the light fast, but they are so expensive. So I will have to wait until Christmas to get a hold of these. I have also purchased some smaller things. I love to blend, and I have several different blenders. I have the Derwent blenders. I think that they are okay. This is not a review, but I think that they are okay. But I also think that the Derwent are a bit hard and a bit scratchy with some of the colors I'm trying to blend. They don't work well with all coloring pencil brands, I have to say that. So I like the Prismacolor blender pencil. I have also bought one of these. I think that they are very good, but one of the things that I'm most excited about is the Caran d'Ache, both the full blender and the blender pencil. So I have bought an extra blender pencil, and I have bought a set of a full blender and a pencil blender. And the full blender, I have actually one here that I also got a couple of weeks ago, and you can see here that I can sharpen them with my pencil sharpener to a very sharp point here. And it works wonders in small areas where I want to blend colors. Then this one works very well. So, but when you sharpen them, a lot of the blender is actually lost when you sharpen. So I wanted to have some extra for this. So these are very good buy with all these blender pencils. And then I have bought a new pencil sharpener. I have my Dali 133 that I got also, I think, almost a couple of months ago. One of my subscribers, Solvent, actually advised me to buy another pencil sharpener because some of my pencils broke in the old sharpener I had. But I cannot or won't use my Prismacolors in that sharpener because I think that it takes way too much of the pencil. So I usually use this little small one to sharpen my Prismacolors so that they won't get eaten up too soon. And they are expensive. And I actually also use them for my Caran d'Ache luminance, because they are even more expensive. But I have heard a lot of good things about this Tegel, so it was actually on sale, and I bought some of the things from Amazon Germany, and I just had to use a little more euros, and then you can get free shipping, so I ordered this one, and then I got the free shipping. So I'm very excited to use this Tegel. I have heard a lot of good things about it, so can't wait to start using that. But we're not done with this blending stuff, because I have for many years now wondered what it would be like to use a solvent. And I have never ever used a solvent because it's not quite it's actually quite difficult to get a hold of a decent solvent here in Denmark. But I went on eBay the other day. I saw yet another video from another artist, and the video was about how you could use solvent. And I thought that perhaps I really should just buy it and try it for myself. So I went on eBay, and it turned out that eBay in the UK had the CED Pencil Blend. And most of you probably know it. Perhaps you also use it, but it's not available in Denmark. And it wasn't on the German Amazon. And you know that I do like to buy on the German Amazon, because every time I order from the States, I have to pay all of these import taxes and fees and all that. So if I can save a bit of money, I will. So I bought this CED. And it should be a really good solvent for blending pencils. I have never used it. I bought 2 because I got a discount when I bought 2. So I am actually going to try to experiment with this pencil blend in the near future. Not in my videos. I want to experiment with it myself, because if it's not very good, I will not use it. So, but I have a feeling that perhaps this will be a game changer. Perhaps, I don't know. But now I have it, and now I want to try it and experiment a little with. I know that someone says that you can, I think it was a video with Johanna Basford, actually, that I saw a couple of years ago, and she said you can also use baby oil. But I have heard a lot of good things about this CED. And I think that if I have to experiment, I should probably use something that is meant for blending pencils with and not baby oil. Well, oh my gosh, I have this huge package here, and I have not yet removed this. I also got it a couple of weeks ago. And you can clearly see here, Artics, the Artic pencils, 126 colors. And from the German Amazon, and I actually think it was a little bit on sale, otherwise I probably wouldn't have bought it. But I have heard many good things about Artics, that they are the budget-friendly sort of Prismacolor pencils. They are creamy and soft and much more cheap to buy than the Prismacolor. So I will use these. I will actually make a review of these on my channel, also coming on my channel, where I swatch them, and I want to test these, and I will also be making a colored pencil comparison with the Prismacolors to see if these really are what everyone on Facebook and YouTube also says, that these are the new Prismacolors, or the cheaper form of Prismacolors. So, but it's new coloring pencil. It's great to have new coloring pencils. Oh, I haven't room for all of my stuff. And then I have, and we still have the Happy Mail, but I have a treat for you and a treat for myself. the Prismacolors. There have been so many stories on, and as you see, I haven't opened them yet. There have been so many stories both on YouTube and in Facebook groups. I actually saw a discussion about fake or real Prismacolors here the other day. And I know that the YouTuber and artist Sarah Renae Clark, oh, it's quite noisy, this bubble plastic wrapping. I saw a video, and I think it was about a year ago she made it, and she had researched this about the Prismacolors, and are they fake, are they real, and so on. I bought my Prismacolor set some years ago, and I have never had trouble with these breaking, except I had one pencil, the spring green, where there in the core there's a little bit of a little fault, a little red dot, which means that if I color in a certain direction, I get a sort of very small red line with me when I color with the spring green. But the spring green is actually, I think I've almost used it up, so I will have a new one. And then I had I think it was the peach beige. The peach beige had a core and a lead which kept cracking. Not only when I sharpened it, but also when I used it. But all of the other pencils were okay. And perhaps mistakes happen. So I have never considered the opportunity, or the possibility it's called, that my Prismacolors are fake. I think that they are the real deal, my Prismacolors, and they have certainly worked fine and absolutely wonderful in the years that I have used them. But then there was a story about the Prismacolors and the Prismacolors, and as I said, I was on eBay to buy the Sisted. But on eBay, I also discovered this one, the Prismacolor set. And what Sarah Renae Clark found out, she wrote in the end of her video that they have licensed, Prismacolor has licensed to some Japanese company to manufacture Prismacolors, but they call them Prismacolors, and they are manufactured in Japan, and they are the Japanese edition of the Prismacolors. That was what it said in the video. And these were supposed to be from the old way how you manufactured the Prismacolors before the production went to Mexico, where people have complained about that the manufacturing is not quite as good as it used to be in Mexico compared to before when it was in the States. So I don't know what's right or wrong in this discussion, but I saw this offer. It was the last one, and I thought I had to try it. So I have treated myself with this Prismacolor set, 72 colors, and I will be doing a review of them on my channel, also coming up on my channel soon, where I unbox them, I swatch them, and I test them. And I will also be making a colored pencil comparison between these Prismacolors and the Prismacolors. So a lot of new videos are coming up with flip-throughs and colored pencil comparison and reviews of all of these new pencils that I have acquired. And then it's time for the grand finale, because I have here Happy Mail, courtesy of Black Widow, and especially Mr. Albert Jones from Black Widow. If you have followed me on my channel, you know that when I opened up the Dragon set, I will link the video up in the upper right hand corner, I discovered that I had two of the same similar pencils, two of this Sundown, and that meant that I lacked a pencil, the Light Rust number 132. So I wrote Black Widow, and Albert Jones, he answered me and he sent me the pencil, and it is the world's most expensive coloring pencils, because even though he labeled it as a gift through customs, I still had to pay 161 kroner. That's almost $24 for it, for one pencil. Well, I wrote to Albert and explained, and he said that they would send me this complimentary. He had actually also been on my channel and seen some of my videos and was very excited. So I have gotten this, my first happy mail, from a coloring pencil brand, and it's the Monarch pencils. And the Monarch pencils from the Black Widows, I have also a video up of this set on my channel. These are the pastel colors in the Black Widow range. Almost everyone is a pastel color, and they are so beautiful. So now I have 2 sets, and I am just so very happy to have received this set from Black Widow, because a lot of the blue colors in the Black Widow range is actually in this set. So now I have a lot of extra of the blue colors, and I really love blue colors, and I also love pastel colors. So they will certainly be used, these pencils. Well, that was all for this art haul. I hope that you will like this video, and I also hope that you will subscribe to my channel and follow me in all of these new upcoming reviews, colored pencil comparisons, and of course flip-throughs of some of these new coloring books that I have bought. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Happy coloring. Bye.